Hey there and welcome back to my channel. So today I have part 12 of my second impressions series. I'm just gonna get into it. I have 9 to share with you guys. As always, from last of these videos onwards, I've put all of these second impressions in a playlist. It is linked in the description box below. It will just stay linked in the description box below from now onwards, so you guys can have like an easy access to find it. You can watch all of them. Now there's 12. And yeah, I know you guys really enjoyed them, so I just put them all in a playlist so that you can go back and refer to them, or if you missed one, now you know where they all are. So we're gonna get started. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, so you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. And I leave my Instagram in the description box below. You can follow me there for some behind the scenes stuff, see what my scent of the day is, and I just love chatting with you guys on there as well. So let's get into it. I have a lot of great ones to talk with you guys about. Some have changed, some have just gotten even more strong as loves. So we will start with 2 from the same house, and that is Maison Lancome. So we'll start with Magnolia Rosae first of all. You guys know, if you've been watching, I have just fallen head over heels for this line. I have 5 now, and I mean, I've stopped myself for now, but I can't even make promises because it's just stunning. Like, every single one I try is a gem, and not a single one has let me down. So this is no exception. It is a beautiful floral suede. I really have fallen in love with suede as of late. I don't think, I mean, it's not like ride or die favorite 3 notes or anything, but I always struggle in fall. I feel like I'm opposite to a lot of people because people really love fall for like fashion and scent and flavors and candles, and I feel like fall is my least favorite season by far, and I always struggle the most what to wear in fall because I'm just trying to like amp myself up and be happier, and I'm not really like a pumpkin or pie gourmand person. I'm not into like chocolate vanilla type scents, and I don't want to go like head first. Most of the time I just either still wear my like summer spring stuff that can be year round, or I jump head first into like the dark rich like leather oud type fragrances, which are like, you know, can be worn year round but definitely bloom a lot better when it's cold. But I feel like suede is that happy medium for me, where again, I can wear Magnolia Rosae year round if I wanted to, but it is just a really beautiful middle of the road, not too hot, not too cold, kind of like Goldilocks fragrance in my collection, where I feel like it does really well as the weather's changing, as it's getting cooler in this autumn season. But it's not gourmand, and it's not I like leather, but I don't like when it can get burnt rubber or just too, I don't know. And I'm not a huge fan of licorice either, and sometimes leather and licorice go together. I wear it, I don't hate it, but I wanted something that would be like this perfect fall fragrance but that was still floral, and suede has been kind of that, I don't know, that magical note for me that's kind of making that middle ground. Long story, I know, but Magnolia Rosae has not changed. I have actually been wearing it a whole bunch. I feel like it takes a while to show a dent in these Maison Lancome bottles, but I've really enjoyed it, and it is softer than some of the other Maison Lancomes that I own, so I do spray more of this one, but it's really beautiful, really beautiful. And then the other one, Parfait de Rose, which is the one that had that huge reaction from me when I was blind buying. Oh my god, I just love this. It is very strong. This one's very much beast mode. I've worn this and people like have smelled me through masks. Friends have, you know, picked up on it. It is a very me fragrance. I feel like, okay, I'll spray it on this one spray on the back of my hand here, because otherwise it's just gonna overpower everything. It is a beautiful powdery, like powdery, rosy, even like makeup-y, but not too makeup-y. It's not like extremely lipsticky or powdery in like a face powder way, but it's evoking of that. It's stunning. I mean, it really, truly is stunning. I go back and forth because Roses Barbranza was my first in this line, and there'll always be a special place in my heart for that. But this is more me, in the sense that that's a very gourmand, syrupy, like pistachio rose, and this is a powdery rose. And this is a lot more safer of a fragrance for me because it's a powdery fragrance, but I could never like pit them against one another. They will be they're my top two in this range, I think. But then I just go so back and forth, because then sometimes I'm so into l'autre oud and it's hard to pick favorites. But this is a really, really stunning one. Nothing's changed because I was blown away upon first impression, and it's remained as such. The only thing that like I will say is, even for me being an oversprayer, you do not need to overspray this. I got a little like trigger happy with the sprayer on this once. I mean, it didn't bother me, but I could, thank goodness we're not like working in office yet, because this could definitely probably bother people that are not too into fragrance. So I'll be softer on this one, but Magnolia Rosae you can overspray a lot more because it's a softer scent. It just sits closer to the skin. Okay, I can't spend so much time on every fragrance. I'm gonna be quick from now on. The next one is Cartier Carat, and I actually featured this on my Instagram, so don't forget to follow as my scent of the day. This is an incredibly realistic floral, like one of the most realistic florals I've ever really tried. It's not like, it's really, I don't know, it's very nostalgia evoking, even though no one in my family has worn this. Like I've never tried this when I was younger or anything, but I don't know if it's just like evoking of memories of being in realistic gardens. It's vintage smelling, not because it smells like a vintage fragrance, but because it's just such a realistic floral that I feel like it wouldn't be, it's not modern smelling, I'll put it that way. And I personally love that. I feel like if you like florals, and I hope more people do, because they're genuinely like, I think the basis of so many fragrances, but I hope people give florals a chance. But this isn't like the one to try out with, because it's a very realistic floral with a whole bunch in there. It's kind of like a floral cocktail, but it's stunning. And I really do, this was funny is I hope I don't think I kept this little cap thing, but for a long time I was struggling because there was like this little cap thing holding this down, and I thought I had to like switch it around, and I thought like it was part of the mechanism of this fragrance, and it's not. It was just something to hold it in place while you were like shipping the fragrance, which I felt so stupid after. But yeah, it's a lot easier to use. You just like pull this down and then you can spray. It doesn't cover the atomizer though, and I know that can be an issue for some people. So I haven't experienced any like evaporation or feeling the fragrance is leaking by any means, but I thought I'd mention that in case it matters to you. Then a fragrance that, again, nothing has really changed about it, but my feelings have changed slightly. So this is Idole by Givenchy, I think, right? Idole by Lancome? No, Idole by Lancome, sorry. And I really, really liked this fragrance. I was so happy to pick it up on sale. I'm gonna wear it now. It's slightly like shampoo-y. It's a beautiful floral. I even liked the bottle. Like I've always been a fan of this. Even when I didn't own it, I would spray it in stores. I almost bought it in duty free once because I just liked it so much when it first come out, but I held off, and then I got it on a good deal, which I'm happy about. And yeah, this is the 50 ml. Everything about it was good. I just really, really don't like that I have to lay it lying down. I've heard from some of you there's stands for it. I don't know why I'm getting like nitpicky and I don't want to buy a stand for a fragrance. I really feel like they should stand on their own. So I've been housing it like this, but I have a box of my Prada Infusion d'Iris fragrances that I leave in its box. So I just house it on top of that. But in general, like that's the only thing that's really bothered me about it. In terms of the fragrance, I feel like projection, sillage, and everything is kind of like middle of the road. It's not beast mode, but it's not light. It lasts longer on clothing than it does on the skin, but in general, I'm happy with it. I feel like it's nothing that stands out to me of being like a bad performer or an overly crazy good performer. I just really like the scent. I love the bottle. If it was just even a touch thicker where it could have a center of gravity that could hold it up, I think it'd be really cool, but oh well, you have to has it on its side unless you get a stand, I suppose. Then one that, oh, I have to say, I definitely still go back and forth, and right now I'm like kind of in the low point of this. It's Hypnose by Lancome, and this is a very strong vanilla. Well, I'll spray it now. Let's see how I feel today. What's weird, yeah, today I'm not feeling it. What's weird is this is very much like a daily mood fragrance for me. I have to see how I feel about it on the day. Some days I'm like, wow, I'm so into vanilla now. Like, I'm a changed woman, and I'll wear this and it's still touch and go, but I'm like, okay, I'm definitely into it. And then other days like today, it's just putting me off. So I'm happy I've got it, because there are days when I'm super into it and days where I'm not. It's 75 ml, so it's going to take me ages to go through. But I will say this is like the strongest into the vanilla area that I'm uncomfortable with. I've got other vanillas, but this is one where I feel like if I can make it through this and make this work for me for more days than it doesn't, then I can go to the next step with vanilla. So yeah, I mean, projection, lasting power, it's all good. It's just my personal taste. Some days I'm really not into it and other days I'm into it, but it's fine because it's not a fragrance I was planning on wearing every day anyways. Then a celebrity fragrance, Taylor by Taylor Swift. I've actually really enjoyed this. This is really sweet and girly and like apricot, I don't know, and like vanilla probably. It's really nice. I mean, am I gonna wear it every day? No. Is the bottle something I enjoy? Not particularly, but I'm happy to have it. This is my first Taylor Swift fragrance, and I definitely like it more than the Enchanted or whatever those berry type fragrances were. I'm not huge on berry, and this is much more up my alley, so love that. Then we've got, I won't spend a lot of time on L'Interdit Eau de Toilette by Givenchy, because I did that whole video of comparing the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfait. Nothing's changed from that. That goes really in depth, so definitely check out that video if you've got any questions. But yeah, that one is good. And then finally the last two are my two Invictus. We have Aqua and Intense. Nothing's really changed here. I like both. I have to say, I wore Aqua to bed and it was very soothing and calming and made me wish I was back in summertime. Not this year summertime, but in general summertime. And Intense is a lot better for this time of year, I think. It's just a lot more suited to colder weather. It's a lot deeper and richer. This is very like being on, I don't know, a beach in Greece kind of vibes. They're both quite masculine. I will say, I've said that before. I wouldn't classify them as unisex. They're unisex for me because I'll wear them because I like wearing pretty much no matter what. Depending on the gender, it doesn't affect me. But in general, I would say they're quite masculine, and they'd be great gifts, honestly, for men in your life, because they're celebrity fragrances. I mean, they're designer fragrances, but they smell quite delicious, and I feel like they're fragrances that women would like on men, especially the Intense, I think. The Aquatic Aqua might not be, it's definitely not the time of year for it, but I know aquatic fragrances aren't everyone's cup of tea, but this one I feel like it's a safer bet, and yeah, love that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.